This doesn't seem right. Why would the Trump administration be halting research on child exploitation and trafficking? Trump administration has made major cuts to initiatives for fighting human trafficking, despite campaigning the last 4 years on the quote, save the children ideology. Administration has demanded that the focus now be on deporting immigrants. An investigation by The Guardian revealing these rollbacks. Let's give you the details, shall we? The sweeping retreat threatens to negate decades of progress in the drive to prevent sexual slavery, forced labor, child sexual exploitation. That's according to legal experts, former government officials, anti-trafficking advocates. They say the administration's moves are impeding efforts to prosecute perpetrators and protect survivors in the United States and around the world. Under Trump, key initiatives for fighting human trafficking have been cut back at the U.S. Department of State, Department of Justice, Department of Labor, Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, and the Department of Homeland Security, DHS. This, according to The Guardian. Senior officials and other staffers have been forced out, workers shifted to other priorities, and grants delayed or flat out canceled. They don't really care. I don't know why you don't just say it. They don't really care about the exploitation of children. At the State Department, the Trump administration slashed more than 70% of the workforce at the agency's office to monitor and combat trafficking in persons, TIP office, which is responsible for leading anti-trafficking efforts across the U.S. government. Department also held up grants for nonprofit organizations fighting trafficking around the world, putting their operations and services at risk. Could care less. In addition to all this, the Trump administration also delayed release of an annual report that documents human trafficking across the United States. Now, you don't even want us to have the reporting, the documentation. I thought this was the administration of full transparency. Anti-trafficking advocates say the federal government's retreat will allow many human traffickers to operate with increased impunity. Translation: more innocents will be trafficked, lives destroyed, slavery, sexual slavery, ruining lives, generations to come. But the timing is telling with the current Jeffrey Epstein information demands. Is there something related here, maybe? Well, let's find out. Here's more. Advocates of varying political views praised many aspects of the first Trump administration's work on these issues from 2017 to 2021. But things have changed. Trump and his appointees have shifted course after his reelection, and as many progressives and conservatives have blasted his administration for refusing to release the full investigative files related to the late Jeffrey Epstein, currently the world's most infamous sex trafficker. Oh, so I get it. If we don't release the reporting and we don't supply the promised grants and we don't help prevent human trafficking, particularly of young people, there'll be less focus on Epstein, whoever's name is in it, friendships, birthday cards, outlines of women, jokes, and we can all move on. Because after all, Jeffrey Epstein, as the FBI director, actually in sworn testimony said, he only trafficked to himself. Nothing to see here. We have nothing else. Eric Belay, former HSI official who worked for the agency under 4 different presidents and retired last year, stated this: "We were hired to stop major crimes. These are cases where there are real victims, child sexual exploitation and human trafficking victims. And then to now have to go out and basically comb the streets and look for folks through immigration raids. It's a bad use of resources. And the budget for these raids is getting bigger, which means reduce everything else: medications, healthcare, and child sexual exploitation. Forget about that. We've got to disappear more people, even though we told you they would just be violent criminals, the worst of the worst. We want to disappear the father of Marines who has a weed whacker at the time. We even want to deport American citizens and a hairdresser who had something memorialized, some kind of tattoo, and called him a gang member. All of that, the bonuses, the lowered standards, so that we can disappear more people. That's the ticket. That's leadership. That's presidential. I think we know what's going on here. You ran out of legroom on this Epstein thing. Now it's up close. It's in your trunk. And you don't want any more focus on it or anything close to it, the category it belongs to. Look at your life, America, because this is sick. And we have to keep talking about it no matter what they want to talk about, no matter what.